se u restoranu Stavini, no ovdje ćemo nastaviti našu konverzaciju. Do you understand? Do you know what I said? No? You can't understand anything? But
at all. And he was talking so fast. And I wasn't really listening.
I wasn't talking bad about you. I just said like we are at the restaurant Sevilla. We're gonna continue this conversation here.
Got you.
I have a lot of questions, but before I start, I want to ask you something because I saw this tattoo here.
Oh yeah.
Never lose yourself. Never break. Never lose your faith. Can you show that to camera?
So which camera? Which camera?
What's the meaning of that tattoo?
My 4th year as a professional, I was going through a real hard time in my basketball career. I was in a real dark place, and I almost lost myself. I almost broke, and the one thing I had to do was just keep believing in God and keeping my faith. So that kind of kept me going every day. But I was about to, I don't want to say quit, but I was going through a real hard situation before I went to my new situation. So that's kind of like why I had put it right there on my arm. And as everyone knows, I got a lot of tattoos, but I have none on my arms. So that was the one tattoo I want on my arm in the place where I can see it every single day before practice. I look at it before my game, everything. So yeah, that's why I put it right there.
Because you're talking about God.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't grow up like in a church and like that, but my pops always preached, you know, like to believe and stuff like that, and like trusting him, stuff like that. So I always kept it with me. I didn't really start like getting into it until probably about 18 years old. That's when I really like started to really get into it. So yeah, thank my pops for that.
Jel to Filip Kostić?
Jel on igra u Frankfurtu?
Ne, on igra u Juventusu.
Igramo u sokeru.
Sokerbet, pravi igrači na pravom mestu.
Sećate me se, ja sam Bojan. Ispričao sam vam da sam imao problem sa viškom kilograma i kako sam uz pomoć bioklinikini kapsula Citrax Forte smršao 30 kilograma. Sada sam još mršaviji, izgledam i osjećam se odlično. Svima preporučujem Citrax Forte.
Citrax Forte iscedit će vas kao limun.
That looks really nice.
You do.
Hvala. Hvala. You know, like, I would like to talk about Partizan right now. You signed with Partizan in 2021, right? 2021. Before that, you were playing the EuroLeague, and you decided to come to Partizan, even if Partizan was playing the 7 Days Euro Cup. Is that true? That after signing with Partizan, you called Gigi Datome, your friend, Gigi Datome. Are you surprised?
Yeah, that's very surprising.
I told you, I have my sources.
I didn't know you knew that. He was the first person I spoke to before I signed, and I think after I signed maybe. But he was the first person I spoke to for sure before I signed, because I needed everything about coach. But obviously, Gigi played for coach for some years, and I just played with Gigi at Milan, so I went immediately to him. I needed to know everything. He was real with me. He was 100%. And then obviously with me speaking to coach, it all connected and made sense. And it wasn't easy for me to sign. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but you know, with speaking with Gigi and coach, it made it easier. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah, you said once that you wanted a new challenge, right? It was a new challenge for you because you used to play EuroLeague and you went to play 7 Days Euro Cup. But I want to know what Gigi said. Did he talk about this?
I'm gonna keep it real simple. I asked Gigi about practice.
Okay.
So that was the first question I asked Gigi. I said, listen, bro, like, how's practice? I hear all these different things about practice. How's practice? And Gigi just, he was real. He was like, listen, you're gonna practice more than how we practiced when we was in Milan. And that was it. And he told me nothing but amazing positive things. Obviously, I did my own research with me playing against coach and things like that. So I understood his track record, places he played for. And for me, I think I said it before, like, I'm in control of my career. Like, a lot of people looked at me crazy for making that decision. Why would you play Euro Cup after being in the Final Four and blah, blah, blah. And they thought I just did it for money and whatever. But now, I guess people see why I did it now, but it's too late now. They didn't really see my vision 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So, like I said, I'm happy with the decision I made. I made it for a reason, and that's it.
Gigi said that Jake was different, right? It's really different. Why is different, Jake Obradovic?
I mean, like Gigi said, he's extremely demanding. Not saying any other coaches aren't, but just speaking about coach, he pays attention to the smallest details. He just wants you to be, the best player you could possibly be. That's really what it is. It's not that he's trying to be anything other than that. Like he's a perfectionist, you know. Like, so he just wants you to be the best at whatever you're doing. No matter if it's coaching, whether you're a player, anything, he just wants you to be the best. So that's all it really is. There's nothing more, nothing less. That's it.
You had the chance to work with 3 Serbian coaches.
Yeah.
Šakopa, Đorđević, and Obradovic.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask you to compare them because everyone is different. You can't compare them. But what did you learn from
Their
them?
mentality. They got all 3 of them have the same, like, just work mentality. You gotta work. Obviously, they all 3 work differently, but they have the same mindset when it comes to work ethic, in my opinion, just with being under both of them.
You know that my favorite part is when I ask questions about the fans. I really like to talk about Partizan fans because you have a very particular connection with them. So playing in front of 1,000 people in the arena, can you describe that emotion?
It's hard to it's extremely hard to describe, to be honest with you. I tell people all the time, like, you can look at it on the internet all you want. You could try to explain it, describe it, but it's something which you gotta physically be in that arena to see and to understand what I'm talking about. Like, I be trying to tell my parents that, like, you gotta physically be there to see, feel what I'm feeling, you know? Like it's amazing. I can talk about it until I'm blue in the face, but until you in that arena and you sitting there and you feel the energy with the people and the passion, then you'll have a different respect and understanding of why people say a bunch of good things about, you know, Partizan and the fans and the culture we build here and the culture we have here and, you know, that they have, so.
I think that you were at home in New York City and you met some Partizan fans, the park, right?
I did. That park, I grew up in that park. So I had them come to where I live at. And I grew up in that park. So that was dope, though, to be honest with you, because I didn't expect that. It was random. I wasn't even in New York at the time when I was in LA, and someone from Partizan had told me some people wanted to meet me in New York. I was like, huh? Like, I was kind of confused. And I broke it down to me, you know. So I ended up going back home for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I got a chance to meet him. It was dope, though. I think that was cool. It was different, but it was cool, though. I've never had that happen before, done anything like that. So I thought that was dope.
Especially last season, they followed you everywhere abroad. They were waiting for you at the airport.
Yeah.
So they really showed that they care.
Sure. Nah, they for sure care. Like, they definitely care. I tell you that. It goes beyond basketball. You know, I feel like they care about, you know, you being a person. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So it's definitely cool. It's definitely, you don't really get this nowhere else. So gotta embrace it. I like it.
You didn't tell us about your acting skills.
What acting skills?
Acting skills? Last year, JNA Grupa, you participated to music video, JNA Grupa.
I did.
You remember that?
We did.
You remember?
I did. Yeah, I got acting skills for
You
sure.
have acting
After
skills.
basketball, I'm
Even
be acting. Let me stop.
like James was playing the guitar, or like dancing. Everyone was dancing. So, do you remember that moment when you were filming the music video?
Nah, for sure. Yeah. That was a cool moment. Like everybody was, us as a team. Last year us as a team, you know, everybody know we always played around, messed around, talk trash, talk junk. We liked moments like that last year, like music videos and like that was us all the way. So that was a cool moment for us though. But I like the camera sometimes, not all the time, but it's not cool. It's not bad. It's not bad.
You know what? I had the impression that the team last year was not only a team, it was like a family.
Yeah, we was.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. I still speak to all of them, still to this day, like, still speak to all of them, like, separately, privately, like, for sure. But we was real close last year. That, another reason why it worked out for us and we were successful the way we were successful, we all liked each other. We all loved each other a lot, and we all was extremely close. We all went out together, went to dinner together. We did everything together. So that helped, you know, on the court as well too, you know what I'm saying, for those hard times that all teams go through. All teams go through hard times in the season, that's just normal. So, you know, times like that, it helped for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were a nice group, and last year you won the ABA League.
Yeah.
And can you remember the celebration? I remember you were drinking from shoes, right?
I wasn't drinking from no shoes.
Dante was drinking from a shoe.
I don't even know. It was a lot going on in the locker room, so I don't know who was drinking from what shoes, and I wasn't drinking from no shoes at all, though. I wasn't doing it.
It was a rough period before that, before the ABA League finals with Crvena Zvezda, with Red Stars. So actually, you crowded the season with this victory.
Yeah.
And can you remember? Can you remember that period?
Yeah, nah, that was a dope period just because Partizan hasn't won in what, 10 years? I think before that. So last year, well, my first year, losing game 5 in a close game on the road, and then the second year, you know, losing to Madrid the way we lost to Madrid, being up 2-0, and, you know what I'm saying, not finishing the series, and then being up 2-0 against, you know what I'm saying, the opposing team, and lose 2 straight, you know, so, and then to come back home for game 5. So it was just, if you think about it, it's a lot of emotion. Like, we've been through a lot as a team that season, starting 4-9, like, everybody counting us out. People questioning if we was gonna be top 8 after everybody found out, you know, that was our goal. You know, we want to be top 8, and we had a lot of people, I feel like, just kind of count us out. And so we was going through a lot that year, and then we flipped the switch and we started to click. So, like, all those things in the season you start thinking about at the end of the year when it's a game 5 and you're in front of your home crowd and you were able to close it out. So you tend to think about those things, and as close as we was as a team, you know. So for us, it was like, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, but we just need to figure it out and get the win, and really just try to whatever may happen, just figure it out, and we got no choice but to win this game. Like, that was our mentality last season. Like, we don't have a choice. Like, we lost in the cup 2 years in a row at this point. You know what I'm saying? So we was already going through so much as a team. So for us, that was just, I feel like that was the best way to go out, and just to close that season.
And you as a captain, you need to be like a kind of a glue in the team.
And I feel like early in the season, I struggle with that because I'm not the most vocal person. My teammates know I don't tell people what to do. I'm not yelling at you. I don't really do those things. Like, I'm not that kind of person alone. So, like, I had to adjust in knowing how to be myself and lead a bunch of guys and making sure everyone's on the same page. So I struggled with that a lot early in the year. So I had to figure out how to find a balance with me still being who I am and still getting my message across and making sure everyone's on the same page. So that took me some time. So that was kind of hard for me. That was my first time being a captain. for a European team. Like, that doesn't happen in Europe. American players aren't captains. So that was a step that I wanted to grow in and kind of improve in. So.
You know that we have something in common.
Me and you?
Yeah.
What?
We're Serbian. We're both Serbian, right?
Yeah, we are.
We're both Serbian.
That's crazy.
And why is crazy?
Because I turned Serbian in 2020.
2020. In June? Was June?
No, I turned Serbian in February.
So we have this in common. If you want to pass the exam to be Serbian 100%, you need to try this beautiful sauce you have in front of you. Would you like to try?
I'll try it.
You don't eat meat.
That's
very interesting. You don't eat meat? 5 years, right?
5 years.
Even when you used to live in Milan and you didn't try prosciutto, you didn't have mortadella, nothing.
That's solid.
It's good.
It's solid.
So solid is like from 1 to 10. It's like
Solid
a 5.
like-
It's 6. It's solid is like it's okay. It's okay.
It's good, but it ain't. It's cool. It's solid. It's just solid.
It's solid. Okay. And this one, you know what is this? It's like kaymak. You tried this
No, you
before.
can have
You
that.
told me. You
I
tried
think
it
I
before.
tried that before.
Yeah.
But
It's a little bit buttery.
you can have that one.
You don't want to try that?
Nah, I ain't trying
Okay.
that.
Please.
All right, I got you.
One day after sports, you're gonna
not bad.
start.
That's better than that one.
This one? It's better? Okay. It's fair.
That's better.
I'm glad you like
bad,
it.
though.
It's not solid. It's acceptable.
That's cool.
It's cool. Okay.
That's cool. That's
It's
solid.
good.
That's cool.
That's solid. Okay, that's cool. Because you said you like kaymak, so you're Serbian 100%. I think you're Serbian 100% now because you said you like kaymak.
Nah, it's good. I wouldn't just go to a restaurant and eat that though and ask for it. No. So if you say taste it, try it, yeah, I'll do that.
But do you feel a little bit Serbian? Just a little bit? Okay, think about it. Okay.
If I had to choose a European country, yes, you could say Serbia. I've been here the longest. So for me, it's like, yeah, I kind of feel it more, even though I don't know the language, but it feels like home naturally, you know, like just with the people, obviously, but just everything. This is the longest country I think I've played in my entire career. So, yeah, I guess, you know, I feel like home for me, to be honest with you, so.
It's nice to hear.
It is, right? It's cool.
It's very
not bad.
nice.
I never
It's
thought
very
I would
nice.
say that, to be honest
That's
with you.
not solid. That's very good.
That's good. That's not
Good.
cool or solid. That's good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
That's good.
You know that a lot of people were talking about you playing for the Serbian national team, basketball national team.
Yeah.
And I only have one question. Would you like to play for the
I
Serbian
would.
basketball?
I mean, if it presents itself, if it makes sense, then yeah.
Jel to Filip Kostić?
Jel on igra u Frankfurtu?
Ne, on igra u Juventusu.
Igramo u sokeru.
Sokerbet. Pravi igrači na pravom mestu.
Sećate me se, ja sam Bojan. Ispričao sam vam da sam imao problem sa viškom kilograma i kako sam uz pomoć bioklinikini kapsula Citrax Forte smršao 30 kilograma. Sada sam još mršaviji, izgledam i osjećam se odlično. Svima preporučujem Citrax Forte.
Citrax Forte iscedit će vas kao limun.
We finished this program in a different way. I'm not wrapping up. You need to wrap up. And if you want to send a message to the fans, the Partizan fans, to the audience, you can do it. Just look at this camera right here.
To my family back at home, I love you all. The homies, my mom, my dad, my brother, my grandma, my aunts, everybody, I love you. To my teammates, I love you also. Coaching staff, I love you guys. Hope everybody stay healthy this season. Hope everybody have a good year. To the Partizan fans, I love you also. This is my 3rd year. Let's keep going. Let's keep having fun. To the country of Serbia, I've been here the longest in my career. I love you too, Serbia, at this point. You know, I got a passport, so yeah, let's just continue to be great. And everyone stay healthy. That's it.